It's 2 p.m. Detroit, and you know what that means. Detroit media icon Ryan Ermanni, University of Michigan great Braylon Edwards, and of course, Maz are about to take over on Woodward Sports. Every day, 2 to 4 p.m., it's the best Detroit sports talk on Detroit's best sports network, Woodward Sports.
Welcome to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. Ryan Ermanni won't be with us today. My man Anson well in the house. That's why I'm rocking the green and white. You see it? I wore some green and white for you. Now it's New York Jet green and white, but it's close nonetheless.
You know I love those colors, and I have a surprise for you that you couldn't have dressed better for.
We'll save that surprise for later in the show. We'll introduce my man James is in the booth. Pete Spivak taking 2 days off. Good for Pete, man. James, how you feeling in that booth?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. You know, it's been taught well by a great Pete Spivak.
The great Pete Spivak has taught you well. You'll be my right hand today. And my man KG in the sound booth. KG, what's the word?
What up, man? Good to see you, man. Y'all thought I dipped on the show, man? What's going on?
I thought you quit, man.
Nah, man.
I thought you quit.
Nah, just a little family
situation. I was about to put the ATV out.
Nah, it's all good. I'm glad you missed me, though.
I did miss you. And I also miss these guys as well. My man Larry White in the building. And Tim Stein, the Steiner with Randy Wise. Ladies and gentlemen, they bring good news, fun time, golf time is here. It's the summer. Tell us what you guys got going on, Randy Wise. And I think I might even be part of it.
Yeah, we've heard rumors of that. That's for sure.
No question about it, Braylon. You're definitely one of our celebrities. So excited to be a part of this with Woodward Cruise and our Randy Wise celebrity golf outing. So today we're going to raffle off or draw a couple of names that have already entered to win. It's a VIP experience for a lot of people that haven't had the opportunity to maybe play one of the elite private courses here in Michigan. There's 5 choices for them. They get to bring 2 of their best friends. They're going to be picked up in a Mercedes limousine.
Sprinter van?
Nice. Yes, sir.
Oh, come on, man. Am I part of that ride, too?
Oh, no, you're in it for sure.
There you go.
Yeah, that goes without saying. Tim might not be, but you're in it for sure.
Got to bring Steiner. That's my guy, man.
Yeah, that's going to be fully stocked. And it's not just a round of golf at a private country club. It's an opportunity for you to feel like a celebrity for today, and that's what it's all about. Because at Randy Wise, all of our guests are nothing more than a celebrity, and that's how we like to treat them. So it's going to be fun. Nice dinner afterwards.
Okay.
Like I said, 5 different courses to choose from.
Before we get into Tim, I'm going to let you go. I was just about to tell these ladies and gentlemen, we work with nothing but the best, and Randy Wise is the best. I'm speaking for personal experience because I know I get on Tim Stein's nerve all the time with my truck. It's right there, though. It's looking beautiful. I've been taken care of by the good people at Randy Wise. I'm not blowing smoke. Randy Wise is our people.
You keep it that clean, or you keep it detailed on the daily?
Keep it detailed, like once a week.
It's impressive. Looks
good. Not the inside, though.
Well, Brandon, you know what Tim does, though, right? I mean,
golf.
He does a lot of golf.
He's out there.
I say all the time.
There's nothing wrong with golf.
It's not.
Yeah, he's a great golfer. Well, that's because he plays a lot of golf. But when he lets you borrow a vehicle for the day, when he's servicing your vehicle, he uses that as a selling feature. But he told me, because I had to increase his commission, he told me that he's giving that to you. I just want to make sure that you're getting your share of that.
I'm definitely getting my share. I'm actually not going to talk about that on camera. I'm getting too much.
We'll save that for later.
We'll save that. That'll be a jokes.
Why are you squirming?
I'm not squirming.
That'll be jokes amongst me. If anything, my pocketbook is squirming. But that's a whole nother story. I'm excited to get this out the way. Now, you guys, how are we going to pick the winners of the challenge?
So here's how it's really going to go down. As most of our viewers that follow my Facebook, Larry's Facebook, our social media, we partnered up at Woodward last year. Now,
partnership too.
Yeah, and it's been great. And we started doing the podcast on the golf course, and Larry allowed us to come up with the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Podcast. Last year was the first kind of run at it. We did 4 or 5 of them. I know we had some really nice ones that I've been seeing with you out there. That was fun. This year, we've really taken it to another level. Obviously, the podcasts are still going, so we're actually doing 2 drawings today. The first one, as Larry explained, is that VIP golf, and there's our scan, and we're doing one next month. So if you haven't signed up, it's too late for this month, but definitely scan that code up there.
Scan that QR code.
Put your name, your phone number in there, and you're in. Register to win today.
Yeah.
The second one we're doing is we have a great event for the kids coming up that you're involved in on August 12th at the U of M golf course. And we are going to allow 2 fans to come out and play in that podcast with us that day, with Woodward following us around. And it's a great event, great charity to be involved with, and that's what most of your events are. So we're just glad to be involved at some of these awesome events that go to great causes as well. Now we can give back a little bit.
spend a lot of time with Woodward Sports, Lady Janes, and D-Mac, man. It's always good to partner with great causes. That's one thing I love about my big bro D-Mac. He will find the cause, and he will support. Michigan's a tough track. Like it's not necessarily a tough track. It's the first 6 holes. If you can escape the first 6 holes, you can shoot a pretty good round at UM.
No doubt. Up and down those hills, that first 6 holes is the one to get around once you're doing that. But, with you on the team, how can we lose?
This is right, because, my best club is the pencil. How you guys want to get this thing going? You guys got the names. You have the list of numbers. So it will be an honest, legit picking system. You're not picking your nephew.
We
You're
have
not
the
picking your son's best
randomizer
friend.
that's going to pick
That's
it, right?
correct.
You're not picking my nephew.
I have you're in this, but you're already in, so you can't win this one. But we do have a randomizer. We did have a total of 188 names. I'm going to generate the name on here, and whatever we have numbered all the names, and whoever comes up comes up.
Camera, man. Make sure this is legal.
Yeah. And again, if you haven't scanned that QR code, because there's more events coming up, you will absolutely love the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Experience. So
last year was a start, and it seems like Larry,
and it's growing. It's growing.
What's
like I said, 188 people so far have registered this year, which is exciting. I mean, that's 4 or 5 times what we had last year. First year just getting it going, but now the word's getting out that we've got this experience. We do a lot of great things. We're part of the Ally Challenges coming up. Woodward's going to be out there. They've got a booth, so if you go to Ally Challenge up in Grand Blanc, you can stop into your booth when you guys are there. You can register to win for the next event. And I even let it slip out of the bag that if you want to play Warwick, that's actually one of the courses that for that celebrity Mercedes-Benz opportunity. That's right.
Yeah, these courses that they have on the list, ladies and gentlemen, they are legit courses, some of the best in the state, especially in the metropolitan area. I'm excited, man. It's towards that end of the summertime. Haven't been out to golf with Steiny yet. He said he's playing some good golf, so I gotta believe him. He's down in weight, so he must be hitting it good.
As much as he's not at work, now.
He better be golfing.
He better be good. No.
He better be golfing good.
I'm going to double down on that for this guy because he's been swinging a lot of clubs this summer.
I've been getting some messages from him. Heard it for the grapevine that Mr. Edwards' game has improved this year. So
a little bit.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
He's
just
modest.
A little bit.
Don't sleep on him.
I'm not gonna brag on it. Last time I bragged on it, I was crap the rest of the year.
Yeah. You got to be humble.
You know what? I'm trying. Oh, double legal. My father and I, we were playing at Northfield Hills.
Yeah.
This was an outing. This was a little while ago. Good call, Maz. This would have been maybe end of May.
Great track.
We were playing in an outing, and my father drove one. I drove one out there. I'm sorry. It was a par 5. Drove one out there about 280. My dad hits one. It's a low in the valley, so he hit a good hit. Got a hold of it. He had a hybrid club, smoked one, but we saw it kind of go down the hill. So we said, that'd be a nice hit. When we get up there, we'll probably have to chip on or maybe have a shot at a long putt off the green.
And then you couldn't find the ball, right?
Yeah, you looked all over for it.
It's in the hole.
We couldn't find the ball, and we're looking around the hole, around the green. We're looking just on the fringe. And finally, one of the guys that we were playing with, John, says, fellas, we're all thinking it. He walks up to the hole, pulls my dad's ball out. So as a father-son tandem, and this was no mulligans, 1-1, double eagle.
You made a
AKA
2.
That's an albatross.
The albatross.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats on that. Those are very
albatross,
good.
Albatross is a lot harder to get than actually a hole-in-one.
Yeah, no
we
doubt.
agree. We actually talked about that day.
Perfect drive and then a hole-in-one after.
How many albatrosses do you have?
Let me think. I don't
have any albatross.
I don't have any albatrosses.
Did you want to ask me how many I've had?
How many have you had?
I've had 2.
Oh, wow.
My own ball.
Now, any hole-in-ones for either of you?
Oh, well, one was when I had dark hair.
Oh, yeah, that's a while ago.
I was
still
at
happens.
Kingsville Country Club out in Canada.
I'm golfing with the wrong person. I've been propping you up. Turns out I should be golfing with L. White over
Someone's got to work.
This is true.
That's true.
Well, they pay him
The
the big
generator
bucks.
system is working, ladies and gentlemen. What is it showing us?
Okay, so our first number, and I just got a random number optimizer online, very legit. And our first one, as Larry Watch Me generates it, the first number is going to be a number 68.
68.
So now I'm going to pull out the list out of it.
I'm here to make sure this is legit, ladies and
What
gentlemen.
number you got there, B
Yes,
Money?
Verify that,
We
Bray.
got an optimizer. I got a
What number's in the
minimum
middle?
number. It says 88.
Oh, 80.
Out of max people there, and then 68 is the number.
68 is a number. So now
68 is
this
the
is
number
for our VIP golf experience, getting the bus. So number 68 is going to be able to pick their friends up.
2 friends
It's legit,
in the
ladies and
Mercedes bus, stocked with your favorite beverage, picking your favorite country club that you want to play at.
And the winner of this is someone I happen to know because he happens to buy cars from me.
you
So I
don't
love
say.
that. It just happened to be random. It was right here. But Mr. Daniel Potter, we call him DP. He is a
Come on
great
down.
golfer. He's going to have fun. And we will reach out to him and let him know all the details on that as well.
Daniel Potts, great guy. You just won yourself and 2 of your buddies a chance to kick it in the Sprinter, the golf course at 6 of your choice. That sounds like a pretty good Thursday.
That's going to be
Indeed.
fun.
It sounds like a hell of a Thursday,
Yeah.
man.
He is a member at Spring Meadows, which is also one of those clubs. We will not be playing there for that.
Probably
I'm
not.
sure we will go somewhere
I gotta
else.
play, I gotta get a do-over. I didn't play too well last year when I played.
My friends have been wondering when you're coming back.
Yeah, I didn't
so.
do too well.
Should we let them know the clubs? Or,
It was a
you know,
morning
the list
round.
of
You
the
know, I
5
got
clubs?
up there. I didn't get a chance to
well,
warm
we
up.
will.
All the excuses.
Fire away with yours.
Yeah, so the 5 clubs, your options are going to be Warwick,
Okay, great,
Country Club.
great track.
Spring Meadows,
Played that really good track. I sucked though.
Oak Point Country Club,
Oh, nice.
Down in Brighton.
yep, down in Brighton, U of M,
I know all about that course.
Always love that course.
yep, and drumroll,
I don't know what it is. Oh, did you have another one? Birmingham Country Club was the 5th one I knew of. I thought you were going to
That's
add
what
a-
I'm talking about.
That's right around the corner.
Yeah, right around the corner. I
Nice
thought you
track
were going
as
to pull
well.
us in with like a Oakland Hills or something.
Oh,
I really did.
no.
You
I
said,
thought-
you said drum roll. I was like,
Listen,
wait, is this
Braylon would have better-
is this Crystal
Braylon would have a
Door?
better chance of getting us out on
Is this,
Oakland
are we
Hills
going up
than
north?
But yeah,
Oh,
those
we
are
were going up
those
north.
are your 5 tracks you get to choose.
Those
So
are-
we will definitely reach out to Dan and get that going. And then the second one, obviously, is going to be for
Scan
the
the QR code.
August 12th at U of M. There was an outing that we're doing. We'll be doing a live show and a
Not
podcast.
this coming Monday, but the following Monday.
Correct. And we have 2 openings for that one.
Correct.
Okay, so winner number 1, as we generate it, Mr. White, will you read that number?
Oh, this is
55.
55.
Number
Double
55.
nickels.
Don't
Number
even say that.
55. Number 55 is Brent Still. Brent Still is
This is
one of our
member
customers
Spring
again.
Meadows.
This is not a Spring Meadows customer. This is one of our Randy Wise customers because I know he buys cars from us. But most of our customers did sign up for this.
Yeah.
as
Makes
well,
it.
So.
They were golfers. I mean, because we got on our website, they're going on there to look for their service specials and some of the other things that we offer after the sale. So we've had quite a few customers
You don't have to
register
explain
to
it.
win.
This is a hell of a haul. If I went to Randy Wise and I saw this haul, I'm definitely registering. It comes with the territory. So.
No doubt, and obviously we want to give back to the community, but we also we want to sell some more cars for Randy Wise, don't we?
I mean, at the end of the day, taking care of our customers' vehicles needs, whether it be selling a car, servicing a car, that's what we're all about, right?
And let's go with our last winner for this month. We will be doing this again next month as well.
The random optimizer.
We're
ladies and
generating a number. The next number is.
47.
Let me switch over here to 47.
gentlemen.
And our
Yeah.
next winner of the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Podcast for August 12th is Jonathan Chapel.
Okay, Jonathan Chapel, you've also won. Man, those 3 people, I know they're excited.
Well, most of them
Hope
are
they're watching.
golfers, I'm sure, and I don't think they're going to experience
Well, I hope they're golfers.
anything like this.
I hope they're golfers.
Yeah, well, sometimes they might do it just to fill
Yeah.
something out thinking to win
That's
something.
true.
But if you are a golfer and you did win, you're going to have one heck of an experience. This has been real fun the last 2 years doing this with Woodward.
That's the main word you guys need to pay attention to if you're going to be a part of this challenge. Register now because it is fun. These are fun individuals. The outings will be fun and it's for a good cause. And also, you might want to pick yourself up a vehicle at Randy Wise. Gentlemen, before we let you guys get out of here, Lions season is almost here. Training camp has already started. Quick prediction on what the Lions season will be. Larry, go.
You want me to go first?
I would like you to go first.
I think they've got great momentum going into this season. I like the draft. I like everything I see on the team this year. I'll put myself out there and say that we won't lose 4 games this year.
Ooh.
So we got a
I like it.
14
You got
and
a 14
3.
and
Wow.
3. I like
Wow,
it.
That's impressive.
Okay.
Yep.
Tim,
Well,
you?
I have a few bets out there already.
Okay.
All of our buddies
That's a
getting ready for
shocker.
the season, and I have the over/under, and I took the over of 12.5. So I think we're going to go 13 and 4 this year.
You guys, big believers in what the Detroit Lions and Dan
yeah.
Campbell are this year.
I think he's brought so much as a head coach. I think his team believes in him. I mean, I'm sitting at home, I watch my team interview. I believe him. When I get done watching Dan Campbell, I'm ready to go to work. sell some cars and have some fun. I mean, I just can't imagine what it'd be like working with that guy every single day.
Yeah.
Selling cars and watching the Lions, it sounds like a dream come true. Always pleasure to hang with you guys. Hey, you can register now. Randy Wise Celebrity Golf. Legitimately went around with myself, D-Mac, and others. The courses, though. That's what you sign up for and the Sprinter van. Better sign up or you're going to regret it later. Gentlemen, appreciate you.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much. Thanks for having us.
We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll do Lady Jane.
There we go. That segment was awesome. It's going to be an awesome experience, but we also know what awesome is, and that's when a guy can be a guy and get an absolutely amazing cut. Stop in, sit back, and relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. In fact, you can come here and check out the Birmingham location and watch Woodward film in the background. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home?
Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda. A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Hamp for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Fitness that fits in your budget, that's no problem with Planet Fitness because that's what they do with over 50 metropolitan Detroit locations. They know a thing or two about gyms. Squeaky clean gyms, to be exact. And also they featured the 30-minute total body workout. It allows you to work out. It allows you to get in where you fit in. And also there's no judgment. So you can come in and take your time, work out at your own pace. That's what Planet Fitness is about, and a little secret between Planet Fitness and their members. Every membership comes with a trainer. So you can have a trainer. You don't have to pay anything extra for that. Don't believe me? Go to Planet Fitness and sign up.
Hey guys, and while you're getting strong in the gym, you want to make sure your insurance needs are taken care of, so make sure to call Swiss Insurance because it now more than ever is critical for you to have your insurance review. Swiss Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in extra fees, so make sure to call Mark at Swiss Insurance today at 313-530-1698, 313-530-1698, SwissINS.com, SwissINS.com.
All right, let's start the show. Ermanni Networks with Maz. Like we said earlier, Anson Wells in the day for Ryan Ermanni, and James in the booth for Pete. Tom Mazaway is with us, and so is KG. Appreciate you guys for being here. We'll get into the Lions. We'll talk Dan Campbell. We'll talk training camp. Some more news, some more notes, some more sound from that. But Maz, you want to start? You want to pop off with something interesting, very interesting. Everybody's been watching the Olympics. And boxing was on today. Well, not everybody, but the majority of people have glanced, I think. I wonder if you guys glanced at what Tom Mazaway is about to tell you.
Well, fellas and ladies and everybody.
However you would like to be.
Boxing goes on. The boxing's one of my favorite events. It used to be, at least. Now they have the headgear on and all of that. To me, it's not the same, but it is okay. I remember back when Sugar Ray Leonard.
Tyson wore headgear.
I know. It's just, to me, I know it's barbaric. It's a barbaric sport, but I don't know. Boxing with headgear just don't do it for me.
At the Olympics, they always wear headgear.
Not back in the day.
Sugar Ray Leonard wear headgear?
Did he?
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look.
Because it's amateur fighting. You have to have headgear.
That's 76. Did they really? Then maybe I conveniently forgot that. Anyway,
it's all good.
there are two boxers out there that are identifying as males, and they're identifying as females.
Men identifying
as females. And one of them from Algeria fought a girl from Italy today. And the girl from Italy took a good right cross from the other person, the other boxer, and she wound up, that's it. She said, I'm done.
I had a video.
She's like, I quit, and that was the end of it. Do we have the video, James?
Yep.
Let's look at it.
Oh, man. This ain't fair.
Solid, straight right hand from Khalifa.
We didn't see it yet. We didn't see her quit yet.
No. I was saying you could bring the mics back. Yeah. So,
one shot.
That was it.
That was it.
That's it.
Good for her.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man.
I'm sorry. That's wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah. You remember
that girl from Italy was fighting to try to win a medal for her late father, and she was at the podium. She was crying her eyes out. And I just don't think it's right. I think the Olympics, I think they did wrong here. My opinion.
Yeah, I don't want to get too politically as it relates to this situation because it never ends well for those that try to say things. They always come out the wrong way. The one thing that I will say, if your country is allowing it, it's not fair. And I'll give you a Dave Chappelle joke. Maybe not the Dave Chappelle joke, but Dave Chappelle made a reference, and it's similar to this. You have a man identifying as a woman, and he's fighting a woman. Like, the man's gonna, if they would have kept fighting, he would have broke her jaw or caused some more bodily harm.
Maybe even killed her.
What if LeBron James wanted to identify as a woman and play on the WNBA? Like, it's the same thing. Like, they're faster, they're stronger. Like,
He'll be playing through his 70s if he does.
I don't understand how they allow this to be true. I don't mind that people want to identify how they want to. That's your right. You have every right to do so.
Absolutely.
But you still have organizations like the Olympics, like the Olympic Committee, what are they, the OLIC or something like that? It's up to them to mandate these rules. The IOC, excuse me. It's up to them to mandate these rules because she really, really could have gotten hurt. And on the flip side, if I was her, I would have never gotten the ring. Yeah. The girl from Italy, and I understand she's trying to win for her father. Like, you're fighting what used to be.
But you go to the Olympics. I mean, you train your whole life to go to the Olympics.
I would have saw who I drew, and I'd have been like, ugh.
Right.
Real quick, politically, I thought we were trying to protect our women finally. But on the other side of it, you and I have been to the bar before. We've been to the club.
This is true.
What happens when that type of human hits a woman?
Yeah,
we all know.
Yeah.
All right. Every man stands up and handles business.
Yeah.
So it's one thing to see them swimming against each other and cycling against each other, but I had thought that the international rules were outlawing this in all sports in the Olympics. Why they would choose boxing out of everything when you're talking about literal battle, just doesn't make any sense. And bravo to her for stepping up and going to the ring, and bravo to her for taking one shot and saying
she
no.
tried.
Yeah.
She tried.
Well, you take that one shot and you realize this isn't right, and I'm not going to try and get through 2 rounds just to say I did it when, like you guys said, you could really end up getting hurt.
She's better than me because I'd have been in the back with a crowbar. I'd have been waiting. I literally went in the back like, as soon as she comes to the locker room, I'm going to bust her up. Or bust
If that was my daughter, I'd be waiting with the crowbar in the back.
What used to be whatever. Larry, let's get out
I
of
I just wanted to get that out there in case anyone didn't see it. That's what happened today.
Yeah.
But the U.S. men won last night, but they were favored by 27. They didn't win by 27. I know Pete bet on South Sudan yesterday straight up to try to win plus 1,600. But the U.S. men took care of business.
U.S. men,
you still hating Mass?
I was rooting for South Sudan. You know that. You know
Domestic
that.
terrorist Mass.
Anyway, they made it to the quarterfinals now. They're locked to make it to the quarterfinals. And
I got a hot take for you.
We'll see.
Canada's winning the gold.
Who is?
Canada's winning the gold. You watch. They're going to be a problem.
You've said that. You've said that since the inception.
That team is a team. Like, you look at Booker and Tatum. I know these guys are superstars, and I've been dogging them, but they are. They're great players. They don't fit on that team. I don't know anybody that's running the point on that team, and except for when Derek White's on the floor, and he's not getting enough time. Outside of the Laker boys really carrying that team, they are absolutely going to have so much difficulty with a Canada team, that a roster of guys up and down that know every player on Team USA well. They are really, really scrappy. I mean, I think it's Canada's first gold medal in basketball.
Wow. I definitely think Canada will get there to the gold medal game. I don't think they'll pose that much of a threat to USA as you think. You think they'll win. I don't think they'll pose that much of a threat. When you put these teams together like this, whether it's a big 3 playing for the first time in the NBA, like a LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh, or you put these teams together around the Olympics time, takes them a little bit of time to gel. The thing that they have going for them, they have experience,
yes,
USA, FIBA basketball players. KD, this is his 3rd one. This is LeBron's 4th one. You got Steph Curry, this is his 3rd one. So you got guys that have experience in that regard, and I think that's going to help Team USA. And plus, I think Steve Kerr is trying to start to figure the packages out. You see Bam Adebayo had 18 points the other night. KD has been on fire.
Yeah.
Like, KD has been on fire. He has been unstoppable. LeBron, like you said.
Shooting jumpers in the club. Did you guys see that clip?
I did see that.
For like 10 minutes
That's
straight.
KD. KD loves basketball.
He loves it.
And talking stuff about basketball and
doubt.
people talking about their sport. But I think they have enough, and I think each game, getting more in chemistry. Steve Kerr's figuring out what lineups work. It takes a second,
Yep.
So,
U.S. women play later today, 3 o'clock if you're watching live. If you're watching us on tape delay.
You watching that, man?
No, not watching that.
Oh, come on.
It was great the other day.
I had to set him up every time.
Listen, I wanted to play this the other day, but Kenny wasn't here, so I let it go. The U.S. women won their first game the other day, and I forgot who they beat up.
Japan.
I forgot who they. Japan. Okay, big deal. There were like 10 people in the press room covering it.
How can they win a game without Caitlin Clark?
10 people in the press room, Kenny.
Did you?
Enjoy yourself.
The kid held up a sign. He said,
Caitlin Clark has more assists than 76% of the women in the history of
the league
already. I mean, the game has changed, but that's still a stat you guys should love. Like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw that and was like, man,
I thought she could only shoot.
Just like jabbing Mass.
Winning their goal is like winning a goal in a closet. No one's watching. No one gives a damn.
That's how it was women's soccer. Women's soccer
No one
won
cares.
every year. It was a women's soccer, women's softball, basketball, women's basketball. Like, just they don't lose. Those are 4 sports.
Yeah.
You're coming home with a gold medal.
No matter what.
No matter what. No matter
Here's
what.
the medal. What's the medal count there, James? Let's put that up.
We always win the medal count.
The U.S. leads the medal count, but they don't lead the goals. That's what everyone says that counts the most.
But you know what we make up, and if you're looking at the count is 30 total for U.S., 26 France, 19 China, Great Britain with 17, Australia bringing up the rear.
And of course,
with 16.
they're adding now more
but
now.
China leads with gold. But you know what happens, Mass? I'm gonna insert a little Olympics watching expertise. This is the thing. This is the thing of mine. We always start off in first in totals. We never start off first in golds. You know when we make up that stretch of gold? Because China always starts off with more golds because of diving and because of gymnastics. They're always like the first 2. Once track starts, you start seeing those goals go up and up and up.
Sir.
So August 2nd, which is tomorrow, track will kick off, and it goes until the 10th. In that 9-day span, you'll see what the goal count looks like for Team USA versus the rest of the
So
world.
China's not taking the 100?
They got a fast runner, though. Beignet, I would say short, but that sounds stereotypical. But his name is Beignet. He's a powerhouse. He's good in the 60 meters, but neither here nor there. I told you track was my sport. Tom Haswell, you want to get into some Detroit Lions?
We can. Did you do your thing? Your card? Your card collection?
I figured we could come back after the break, but I haven't seen you. We haven't done a show together in a while.
What did you do this weekend, Anson? Tell everybody what you did.
It was this last weekend, and I got a chance to go down to Cleveland for the NSCC, which is the National Sport Card Convention. And I
gave you my book.
I ran into one of my friends, or one of your friends, actually, who had something to say to you, Mr. Edwards.
Braylon, my guy, I will never forget you down the sideline in Indianapolis. I'm still crying on that play. You know I love you. We talk.
Yo, Gary. So, funny story about Gary. First of all, what happened? How did that interaction go?
So, actually, he had something that he started off with.
I appreciate
it's a
that
quick
too,
little
by the
clip.
way.
You want to show him what else he had to say? Because I know where you were last weekend, and you were with the Jets, right?
I was.
So can we get a little?
E-T-S, Jets.
That was special for you, both of those clips. Now,
Anson, you're the type of friend everybody needs.
I appreciate you, man. Yes. I appreciate that.
Anson's a feel-good guy.
He is.
I like making people happy. That's why I throw parties for a living. But this guy's a rock star. And now you've known me for a long time. I've worked with a lot of athletes. I've worked with a lot of entertainers. Used to take care of JT when he came into town.
Yeah.
And that's Justin Timberlake for you guys at home. I don't care about any athletes or
called you to
entertainers.
drive 'em.
I'm not excited about them anymore.
And
man. Just about 2 months ago, somebody's asking me, like, if there's one person in the world that you want to meet, I was like, it's Gary V. So we got in there. We got to find the V friends. Well, this guy goes over and he has an eBay Live. Now, James, if you want to run that last clip and we'll talk over it, he's got, so we don't have it, but he basically is up in front of about 50 kids.
Yeah.
And he's giving away all this stuff. He starts asking trivia questions. The guy next to me, he goes, what's 7 + 5? And he goes, 12. I was like, I thought it was just for the kids. He's like, no. So I was like, well, Anson, get in the game. And his next question, I'll pose it to you.
So you pushing kids down trying to get
No, I
right
just
now?
stood off to the side. In fact, the clip would have shown it. But next one up, he's like, what Hall of Famer was traded for Kobe Bryant? Go.
Vlade?
That's
Divac?
right.
Vlade Divac?
So I look next to the kids, and they're all like, nobody had the answer.
This is your space.
So I threw out Vlade Divac, and he gave me a $250 graded Kobe Bryant rookie.
Nice.
Right
What?
there.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I had him sign it, and he just he spoke highly of you. He said that you guys have talked a few different times.
Whoa. You had him sign the Kobe card?
Absolutely. Because he gave it to me, and I'm never giving that away. I'm never selling it. That's
This
for me.
is a
I think
this is a Jim Mint Kobe rookie 250, and you had
I have that. No, but listen.
Yeah.
Autographs to me, I don't sell.
Okay.
I hate when people go and bring 10 cards and get them signed and they're going up on eBay. An autograph is a very personal experience with you and that human being.
I understand that.
And so for me, the fact that he gave that to me, and usually he was just doing the Gary V, but he actually gave me a whole little write out on it, talking about where I got at the eBay Live and where it was at the National Card Show. But he spoke very highly of you, and I am going to challenge you now.
I would have switched it out. It would have been like, here, sign the paper. I took the card.
When I had like a $2 V Friends card that he gave me, or the $250 Kobe.
That's what would have got signed.
It was going on to Kobe.
Okay.
But I'm going to challenge you. Let's get Gary V 5 minutes on the beautiful Woodward broadcast with us one day.
You know what? And I know he will. Like, Gary V's a great dude. He used to come speak to the Jets when I was there, JETS, like you heard him say. Just always had information, insightful. Knows football too.
Oh, yeah.
But it's funny how we connected on social. So I got Gary V DMing me in my chat.
Wow.
This is around COVID time. But,
Very cool.
Yeah, but this is around COVID time. And this is when everybody was getting verified. And I'm like, this ain't Gary V. And the stuff he was saying in my chat, I'm like, so I never responded. One of my friends is good friends with, I think, his assistant. And so he said, Gary V has been hitting you up. Why won't you respond to Gary online? I said, that ain't Gary V. He said, it's Gary V. I'm like, oh. So then we start responding. I told him,
get on that.
You can never be too careful.
Yeah.
You can never be too careful, man.
He was so generous.
Like, this ain't Gary Vee. Prove it.
He was truly so generous with his time and just impacting and every single kid's day and adults. I mean, I haven't fanboyed in a long time. I had a little bit of fanboy in me for that moment, but the guy's a rock star. If you don't know a lot about it, he came up from complete humble beginnings, and his goal one day is to buy and own the New York Jets, and I'm positive that's going to happen.
Yeah, Gary Vee definitely. The only thing is, like, Woody Johnson, they come from that old money. That's that Johnson &
They
Johnson
ain't giving
money.
it up.
I can't see them selling.
I don't know,
But
man.
you never know.
At least a minority stake.
But you know what I do know? Football's back,
Yes,
baby.
it
Time
is.
matters away tonight, the Hall of Fame game between the Bears and the Texans.
Yes, sir.
Football's back, man. We're
It is,
here.
man. It's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be a terrible game because you know why? The starters aren't going to play. You're not going to know anyone basically on the field. But you know what? I have a couple of guys that work here at Lady Jane's, Stingray Steve and Big J in the back.
yeah.
They're actually betting on this game. I'm like, guys, guys, please. Guys,
your money.
this is worse than a preseason
Save
game.
your money.
For real.
This is like a practice game. Let's listen to Matt Eberflus, the head coach of the Bears, saying, hey, man, Caleb ain't playing.
I told
Neither
you.
are my guys.
told
Check
you,
it
Ray.
out.
So, big news for today. Starters are not playing in the Hall of Fame game. We feel really good where they are right now in terms of the pads practices we had. We've had 3 so far, and then we have another one tomorrow. And have a lot of good work, 1s-on-1s, 2s-on-2s, and a lot of good situations. We got a head start there because we are in the Hall of Fame game, which I think is very fortunate for us this year to be able to add those reps, time on task, as we say, to our football team. So we're super excited about that. And it's a great opportunity, really, for the guys, the role players that we're going to have on our team, and the guys that are fringe roster players. And those guys are going to be looked at by not only us, but of course the whole league. So I think that's a really good opportunity for those guys.
Taking tonight? You taking the Bears or the Texans?
Neither.
You're right.
A draw. We're going to call it
Does
a
it
draw.
matter?
Game's going to be like 9-6.
100%. And then if you hit a parlay in the Hall of Fame game, then you deserve all the money coming.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
You
you
deserve
do.
all the money
Big
coming.
facts.
KG, you were right. You said that Caleb wouldn't play. You said they wouldn't have him play, and he did play. Look, I understand. I get it. You don't want your star quarterback going down in the Hall of Fame game. That means absolutely nothing, or any of your starters for that matter.
Well, look at your boys, your Jets. They're not playing anybody this preseason.
That's because Aaron is 41.
Yeah.
And you don't need to play him. And the Jets have struggled with injury after injury after injury after injury.
Struggling.
At the end of the day, I'm not for it per se, because I think that's how you get into a rhythm. And not even so hitting, just getting into a rhythm. You see a lot of ugly starts to the seasons. The Lions won that game last year against the Kansas City Chiefs, but it wasn't pretty.
No,
it wasn't a
at
pretty
all.
game. You're going to see a lot of ugly games week 1, week 2.
Yeah, so one thing we should be paying attention to in this game, though, is the new kickoff rules. We're going to get a chance to actually see the new kickoff rules in action. So that's what I'm most excited for out of this whole
Let's
thing.
put up the kickoff rules there, James. You can put them up. And this is for the onside kick in particular, guys. To kick an onside kick, you can't do it without telling the other team. You can't do it in the. I think what is that last rule? It says
Teams must announce intention.
You have to announce it, and you can't do it in the first half. Am I correct?
Onside kicks are
Yes,
illegal.
you can't do it before the
you
fourth.
can't do it before the fourth quarter.
Before the fourth
and you
quarter.
must be losing to do it.
Listen, just
team
take the
must be
onside kick
losing.
out. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
get rid of
over.
it. Get rid of it.
It's over.
You can't win it anyway.
Just remember how the Saints won their Super Bowl.
With the onside kick at the start of the second
Onside
half.
kick to start the second half. The guts that it took Sean Payton to pull that. And you'll never see anything like that ever again.
You won't.
Ever again.
And got it.
Isn't that to me, that's terrible. Now, the new kickoff rules obviously is
get rid of
the
it. It's like
team.
the kickoff
The
return.
team is facing the other team from like their 35-yard line. The kicker's on his own, from his own 35. He's kicking it. Once the ball clears the defenders, then you can attack each other.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a completely different
Cluster
way
F.
to have a kickoff in the NFL.
So down on onsides, but up on returns, right?
Yeah.
We're going to see more returns.
Way up.
A lot more returns.
Way up on returns.
They
Now, you
encourage
don't know who the returners are going to be.
If I got to trade one for the other, since we didn't have either the last few years, I would definitely like to see more returns.
It's going to be fun to see this kickoff.
Now,
This is
I've
gonna
been
be a
hearing some
cluster
rumors
F.
about J-Mo possibly doing some of that for us. So,
Yeah,
so with
why
some
not?
space, man, that's scary.
Hell no.
It would have been Sione Vaki, but unfortunately, he
Yeah.
left today with the shoulder injury.
Dang.
Left practice
No
today
bueno.
from the Lions with the shoulder injury.
looking
So
forward
that's not good news.
I know who was very upset at that. Anson Wells talked at nauseam about Sione Vaki.
I like them too, man.
100% like
Well,
him too.
we'll see what it really is. I do have one follow-up question. What do the prop bets in the Hall of Fame game look like?
I have no clue. I wouldn't even attempt to look at that shit.
Man.
Who they don't even have the people that are scoring touchdowns listed as a bet.
Yeah.
They won't even have guys.
Right?
That's
Hey,
gonna be
did you guys?
it's here.
Hey, Lions camp's still going on. The fans are still there. They're really treating the fans well. They put up the new stands. The new grandstands got cover on it now, so people aren't roasting to death because it is hot out there. Look at Dan Campbell just mixing it with the fans yesterday. Look at him.
Man of the people.
Just a lovable guy.
That's why they call him Motor City Dan.
MCDC with the people. And his 2 teacup puppies. A big guy like that with 2 teacup, I don't know the breed.
Yorkies?
What, poodles?
Yeah, teacup Yorkies.
Oh, Yorkies.
Isn't that something, man?
Dan Campbell was like, he's a great individual, man. It's one of those situations though when you feel like a guy is available, when you feel like a person is available, and they give you that time and they don't have to, man, it goes a long way. And those people are typically usually successful. Dan Campbell makes himself available for the media, makes himself available for fans, he makes himself available for his teammates. I mean, that is how glowingly they talk about him. Dan Campbell was the right man for the job, And who would have known that this guy drinking pipes talking about slapping kneecaps was the guy that was going to turn this franchise around.
Yes, a couple of days ago we chatted about Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson says he's never seen the team practice like they're practicing now, and we went over that. We had the audio for you the other day. But yesterday he talked about every day in practice how he is getting better because he's going against one of the best offensive linemen in the league in Penei Sewell.
Yeah, it's great. We really do go back and forth every day. It's I get him a couple times, he may get me a couple times the next day. It's a lot of fun, and to get that good of work against that good of a player, it's only going to help me in season. It's only going to help me against a lot of these other O-lines that we're playing against. And we've been going against each other for about 3 years now, so it's always fun, man. And I respect him a lot, and we have a lot of fun out there. We're just trying to get better every day.
It's so funny. If you didn't tell me what school Aiden Hutchinson go to, I would know you went. I love all my Michigan alum. It's just who we are. It's that political. It just sounds political. Sounds like he's running for.
You haven't gotten over him not picking a winner
No, I
between
haven't.
Michigan and Michigan
Constant
State.
diplomat talk.
I live in the state of Michigan.
They asked the man about Ohio State, Michigan. He said, I just hope it's a good game. I'm in the NFL now.
No, it was Michigan State.
Michigan State.
I live in the state of Michigan.
Come on.
I know.
No, but at the end of the day, though, he's right. And it's going to be funny. They're now both in the Big Ten as Oregon joined the Big Ten, talking about Penei Sewell, where he was from. But iron sharpens iron, and you talk about it all the time. But this is a different type of iron sharpens iron. You're talking about a potential top pass rusher in the NFL, and Aiden Hutchinson. He's trying to take the steps to join that next crowd. And Penei Sewell's already there. Penei Sewell is operating in a grown man space. It only makes you better. That defense, that offense, he said it, man. He's never seen a team practice like that. Because they've never been this deep. They never had as good of players they have. They never had studs. They never had Pro Bowlers to go along with really, 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 really good role players. So I can imagine that they're getting it in down there in Allen Park.
And you spoke to the iron sharpens iron. I'm going to take it beyond the edge.
Yeah.
We got some solid, quick, high-end wide receivers that are going to be challenging and teaching our young secondary. Now, obviously, we got some veterans in, but a guy like Carlton Davis going up against Amon-Ra St. Brown every day, that's only going to make both of them better. You look at Laporta having to spy and take,
Cover
take
Branch.
account of.
Branch covering Laporta, yeah.
Well, not only Laporta, but also our backfield. So, you had a lot of guys in our defense that were playing last year that you knew weren't going to be a big part of this team this year. The guys that we brought in now, they're here for some time. So matching up and down the offense, up against every piece of our defense, these guys are here for a while, and they're going to continue to get better because of the high-end offense. I mean, is there a better 1-2 wide receiver, 1-2 running back, and tight end fivesome in the league? I don't think there is. So when your defense goes up against that day in and day out at practice, you're just getting better.
Some pretty good offensive skill sets out there. You look at the Texans, you look at the 49ers, you look at the other ones, but the Lions, like you said, they are up there with the best of them, no doubt. Just getting back to the Aiden Hutchinson and Penei Sewell deal. The thing I like about that is they're both alpha males in an alpha league, right?
Yes.
These guys, they got to be able to get through practice to get to the NFL game. So if you can't get through Penei Sewell, you can't even get through a guy on your team. What are you going to do against the rest of the league? People, that stuff like that gets out, your pride, your ego. Same for Penei. You can't block Aiden. We don't think he's that good. So little things like that they play in every day in practice. And you get a handle on Penei Sewell and vice versa, Aiden Hutchinson. Sundays are easy. Sundays are easy. I used to say this all the time, man. It's like when you're going against Antonio Cromartie and Darrell Revis in practice, that's who I played against when I was with the Jets.
You ain't got no choice but to get better.
You're going against Crow and Revis, Revis Island, every day. Sundays were easy.
Yeah.
Sundays were easy. It was like, who? What's your name? Leonis McKelvin. Man, get your little ass out of this. But that's how it is, though. Like, you're with the best, and then the best begets the best.
Hey,
but,
worst cornerback you ever played against.
The worst?
Do it. Put it out there.
Who'd you toast the most?
Oh, Will. I used to toast Will Allen.
Yeah.
Will Allen. He played for the Texans, and he played for the Dolphins.
And he was pretty good, wasn't he? Not against you, though. Huh?
Not against me. Like, it's one of those
I
things
had his
where, like,
number.
he actually did have decent stats, but something about like when he went against me, like he just
couldn't do it.
He just couldn't do it.
I like this new segment. Who did you toast the most?
Yes, I love that.
Was it because of the size or just?
He's not a short guy. He wasn't physical.
Got you.
Like, he wasn't physical. He played lackadaisical, and I was aggressive. And I think he didn't necessarily like that type of style of play. And it was easy to get him off me. So yeah,
Big Ten. Who did you toast the most?
Big Ten. Michigan State, to be honest.
Easy. Boston? Easy. We're talking about a human being. We're talking about a secondary human
Charles
being,
Woodson did it.
not a team.
So a Michigan State corner.
Roderick Maples, who's Michigan State corner. Roderick Maples.
Sorry, Roger.
Chris Gamble at Ohio State.
Okay.
And he went on, right?
Yeah,
he played in the league.
Yeah.
He was solid.
And what was Yuki Dozier? Yuki Dozier played for Minnesota.
I don't think he made the league.
He got drafted. He didn't make it. He's a good dude, but
not on the field.
I used to get him because I hated the U of M thing. Like, so when we played Minnesota, like, I took that person like U of M.
Okay, Jordan.
Who the hell is you? And I took it but I did. Like, you come to back then it was the Metrodome. So
Yeah.
the Hubert Humphrey Dome back in the day. You go in there and it's loud and they're talking about U of M.
No.
U of M. I'm like, I don't see no maize and blue up in there. So I used to always take that game serious.
Got you fired up.
Who'd you toast in the Braylon game?
That was Roderick Maples and Jalen. What was
That's okay. You got one of them.
Jalen Smith.
You got one of them. That's fine.
I just never understood that game because Jaron Hayes, that's who it was. It was Roderick Maples and Jaron Hayes. Jaron Hayes was the number one running back the year before for Michigan State. He led Michigan State in rushing yards in 2003. And then they put him in DB in 2004.
Wow.
And then they put him in single coverage
And
on me.
Let's match
And
him up with
coming
an
into the
NFL
season,
All-Pro.
I'm not even arrogant. Coming into the season, I was on Mel
You were that
Kiper's
guy.
blue board.
Yes.
Like, I just never understood that.
It was
So
hands down, Braylon.
I never
Edwards.
understood what took you so long. Just joking, Coach. I love you.
Hey, Golden Tate is back with the Lions.
Yes,
Did
sir.
you hear that?
I did.
Yeah, he's going to be in the TV booth for the preseason games with Jason Ross, Danny Rogers on the sidelines. So Golden Tate, one of Anson's favorite players.
Oh, man. I wonder if they'll kick him out of the broadcast booth like they did all the boats at Muscatine Bay.
Oh, boy.
This is what I love
That's
about
Golden Hate.
No, I think you just missed the
that.
I in his
I like
last
that.
name.
You always have a little story about somebody. Like because you go out, you're in the same space.
Too many parties.
Listen, Tayshaun Prince came in. Everywhere he went, he was a gentleman, shook hands, gracious.
Quiet
The
dude.
absolute opposite of that was Golden Tate.
Notre Dame guy, what you expect?
Yeah.
Hey, exactly.
I can't do that because Brady's Notre Dame. That's my guy.
I
Brady,
think he'll be a good on the booth in the booth though. I think he will be.
Yeah.
He brings good energy.
Stick
That's
to
what Golden
football,
is.
Golden.
Like, you can say what you want to about Golden. Golden has good energy.
Good
he has
speaker.
a good smile. He can speak well. He is
Yeah.
a Notre Dame.
Great yak, too.
And 100%. Like
yeah.
he's the only person to ever beat me in ping pong and pool.
Ooh, what is your number one parlor game? What are you best at?
Pool, billiards, then ping pong.
Billiards and pool are the same thing.
No, they're not actually. But
no, they're not. Snooker and billiards are different.
Oh, got you.
But anyway, I would say billiards,
No.
bowling.
Bowling, number one for you.
Yeah, true.
Number one.
Me and Mass had a good time.
You guys got any 300 rings?
Braylon?
I have a 300, but
Got
it's
an 800?
No.
No.
I got a 300, but you don't count it because it wasn't back and forth bowling. It wasn't cross bowling.
Oh,
so like to count the 300 to be on the wall, you got to go back and forth.
It's got to be sanctioned by the USBC.
Yeah. I just went one lane. I got.
What is that? 12 strikes, right?
12. Yeah, 12 in a row
Yep.
for a perfecto.
Not bad.
For a perfecto. So
I'll tell you what. I'll challenge you to some pool, my friend.
You're telling me to some pool?
Absolutely.
Hey, listen.
I'll put you right on the list with Plaxico Burris of people out beating on the green.
I want to bring this up because the Hall of Fame game. It's the reason they played a Hall of Fame
stay away
game.
from that joke.
The reason they play this game is
Green
because
sunglasses.
the new class is coming into the NFL Hall of Fame in Canton. And if you haven't gone, it's a fabulous, fabulous time. Been there 3 times now. I go there. I can't. I just stay for hours. And the last time we went was a couple of years ago. My daughters.
Hell of a
I'm
class.
dragging them around with me. They did a great job. God bless them. But here's the class: Dwight Freeney, Randy Gradishar, the old Bronco, Devin Hester, Andre Johnson, Steve McMichael, who was suffering from ALS, Julius Peppers, and Patrick Willis, all going to be enshrined in the Hall of Fame. And God bless Steve McMichael, Mongo, fighting for his life, holding on so he can get in the Hall of Fame. His wife and him. It's an unbelievable story. If you've never seen it, I'm sure you'll see a lot of it this weekend. But congrats. That's a lot of talent going in to Canton.
That's what I was going to say. It's so funny. Like each year now with the Hall of Fame, when they do the inductions, I realize that I'm older because I either played with guys on the list or I played against guys on the list or was in that same era. Andre Johnson, I stayed in the same condos, the Ritz in Miami. We used to work out at the U.
Nice.
They used to get it in at the U. I understood. Once I worked out with those guys at the U in the sand, running the steps, the 6 a.m. workouts, the lifting with Andrew Swayze, who was a strength and conditioning coach, I understood why those guys were so good. Like he was the real deal. But Maz, you're not lying. This is a hell of a lift. Devin Hester's in my draft
Super Bowl.
draft class.
He
So.
took it to the whole way, man.
Yes, sir.
How many yards is that?
It was it after.
Yeah.
Julius Peppers is arguably one of the most underrated athletes. Like in
He was with the
just
Panthers.
period.
He was with the Panthers.
He also played ball at UNC.
Yeah,
he played
could
basketball
dunk,
and
man.
football.
That guy could
Like, he was
dunk.
in the Final Four, and I think they won it. They didn't win an ACC, but they're in the ACC championship the same year. Like he's freak
He was
athlete.
a monster.
Yeah, he gave the Lions fits.
Oh, yeah.
For 2
Off
different
that
teams.
edge. Oh, my
the
God.
Bears and Green
But
Bay.
don't forget the guy that's going in here, Andre Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Great wide receiver.
Shout out Cortland Finnegan.
Lions had a shot, right? They took Charles Rogers. They let Andre Johnson go to the Texans. The rest is history. This is Andre getting his package from the NFL, opening it up to see his gold jacket. This is awesome.
I can't put it on. Not yet.
Isn't that something?
That's amazing. You
How
know,
about that box?
And the box is amazing. You got to open in 3 or 4 different steps.
Now, I know a couple of people that go to Michigan State, and their packaging is their
Premier
major.
packaging school in the country.
It's amazing. What do you do for a living? I make boxes. I make packages, and I'm loaded because they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable, the things that you can do.
Yeah, 100%. You're not trying to reinvent the wheel. In life, you're not trying to reinvent the wheel. But good to Andre Johnson. I think he definitely deserves it. You look back at that move, Maz, and it's tough. But just being a wide receiver at that time, look, I love Charles Rogers. Rest in peace.
Rest
I
in
love
peace,
him dearly.
my friend.
If I would have been a
Great
Detroit
guy.
Lions, it's no way I'm not taking Andre Johnson. Like he was a man-child when he was with Miami. The difference is Charles Rogers made a lot of plays downfield with the speed. Andre Johnson could run, but he's scoring touchdowns from all over the field. He'd take a zero screen to the house, beat you, he'd run over you, he'd block. He was aggressive. Yeah, I'm not passing to Andre Johnson for Charles.
Worst thing that ever happened to Charles was staying here in Detroit.
And hanging out with Circus Kirkus.
David Kirk.
Should I not say that?
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun with those two. I got to be honest,
we had
man.
some interesting characters
A lot
around
of
that
fun
time.
with those
Yeah,
two.
what was the other wide receiver? Scotty something?
Oh, yeah.
Montgomery.
No, it was what was his name? Scotty, not Thurman.
I know who you mean. He hung with them too.
100%.
Yeah.
They were nuts.
They used to
Those
go
are
up
the
and
7
bowl.
days.
They used to go up to my friend's place in Almont, hideaway lanes.
Yeah.
They would be hanging there, throwing millions of
Scotty
games
Anderson?
up there. Yes.
Scotty Anderson.
Scotty
There it
Anderson.
is.
Anderson, yeah.
Scotty
Matter of
Anderson.
fact, my friend Paul wrote me one day. He's like, Matt, Scotty Anderson's up here throwing games. I don't know what else they were doing, but that's what they were doing.
They spent a lot of nights at the legendary Club 7 in
I know
Yachttown.
exactly where that's at in Pontiac.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's take a quick commercial break. Let's get back on track. Believe we lost it a little bit there. And let's get a message in from Premier Pet.
All right, guys, you know it. It's Michigan's best pet store, family-owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations, over 60 brands of food at the lowest prices available. Curbside delivery if you need it, and nutritionists on call as well. Give your pet the best. Don't settle for less. It's PremierPetSupply.com.
Maz, I'm sorry I coughed in your read, ladies and gentlemen. The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through the 25th at Warwick Hills. You heard the guys in earlier from Randy Wise talking about registering for these. Like, this is dope. This is literally dope. The talents they have, the courses that they have. This one, though, Ally is going to be fun. You want to set up for the $2 birdie beers, the concerts, and more. Forget about being a pro. We're just here to have a party on 17. Come out. PGA Tour Champions returns with Randy Wise Automotive Group.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out PremierPetSupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out PremierPetSupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Hey, everybody, dreaming of a new home but feeling a financial pinch? Mark White and Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help you. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. That's a big chunk of change. Call Mark White and Associates today, 248-290-8242. Visit them online at markwhitesells.com. Again, 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true.
Hey, guys, let's get serious here for just a second. If you're dealing with divorce, with child custody, visitation, or any other family issues, you need to give Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law in Birmingham a call right now because they're going to have your back. 10 plus years of experience and 24/7 availability. You can scan that that QR code that you see right there on the screen, or you can call them at 248-971-0476. Make sure that you say Woodward Sports sent you when you do call, and they'll take care of your filing fee for you. KDK Law, they will have your back.
Welcome back to the second hour of the show. Braylon and was joined by Anson Wells, Tom Masaway, Power Neck, as they call him.
Luka!
Mr. Nick. Pause on that always. Big pause. And then my man KG in the sound booth. Maz.
Hey, add up two more gold medal and a bronze medal.
Okay.
Simone Biles just put one on the board.
Hey.
Here we go.
You got a gold or a bronze?
She got the gold, and then another girl got the bronze.
Suni Lee. Simone not
Yep.
taking no bronze. Come on now.
My bad, brother.
KG.
Shout out
KG
Michael
hype
Lear.
on all the women's sports, though.
Damn right.
You got to support, though, and he's absolutely right. My bad.
You pick her over. Caitlin Clark too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go.
Caitlin ain't done near as much as Simone has. I'm just saying.
Way to always make it black and white, ladies. Maz, do you subscribe to lists? It's always a list.
Everyone's got lists. Everyone's got lists.
Who's ranked this?
I know. You got Pro Football Focus. You got Pro Football Talk. You got the NFL Network. You got the NFL itself. ESPN. I know. Anyway, the NFL.
This is the one that matters, though.
The NFL Network and the NFL is doing their top 100. If you guys have been following it, the final 10 will be revealed. We'll tell you in a minute. And then tonight, you will find out in order, what order they go in. But we'll start with our own guy, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Last year, St. Brown was number 67. This year, he moves way up to the top 25. He gets number 23 for Amon-Ra St. Brown. So the Saint,
How hard is move up 44 spots?
nice job.
Moving up 44
Rightfully
spots
so.
is a long way. Usually, you see once you get to that's
tough.
But he deserves it. He deserves it. And what's so good about this? If you're a Lions fan, this isn't your average analyst or this isn't your average writer. Saying what they believe Amon-Ra St. Brown is. This is the placing in the NFL that he is. This is Justin Rogers or blah blah blah. Insert writer here.
Yeah.
These are his peers.
Yep.
These are other players in the league. This means these are the people we hate playing against the most. Once you get close to the top of the list, once you start getting down to the 10s, we don't want to see these people.
Mm-hmm.
Him getting to 23, that says a lot about that. NFC North, people talk. Amon-Ra St. Brown is the guy you don't want to play against. He knows where he's supposed to be. He lines up where he's supposed to be. He's a catalyst and leader for that team. He makes plays in clutch moments. I think that's the biggest thing that he's been over his career, and I think that's why he shot up on this list, is the clutchness. Clutchness isn't something that you can teach. Certain players have it, certain players don't. So far in his career, Anson, he's been really clutch.
For the first time in my life as a Lions fan, I am not scared on third down.
Mm-hmm.
I am not scared in the red zone.
I'm not scared of fourth down.
I mean, third down, great point, Matt. It was always so scary on 3rd and 6. This team wasn't going to get it. And now you go into even a 3rd and 17, I have high confidence because Amon-Ra St. Brown is on the field.
Yeah.
Congrats to him. Hey, Jared Goff, Aiden Hutchinson made it in the top 50 as well. There are a couple other Lions up there, Penei Sewell as well. But here is the final 10. And tonight you will know what order they go in. This is in alphabetical order. These are your top 10 players. Braylon, let's go one by one.
I'm gonna try to put these in the order that they'll have them.
All right, starting with number 10.
I'm gonna start with 1. I think it'll be easier.
All right.
We know who number 1 is gonna be.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. I think P. Mahomes would be 1. I think
C-Mac 2.
I think C-Mac could be 2. I think Myles Garrett Might be 3. I think Myles
TJ
Garrett
Watt's
3. I
better,
think
man.
Lamar Jackson 4 because he did win MVP last year.
Yeah.
And this is voted for by players, so 4. I think TJ Watt will slide to 5. Everybody loves TJ Watt, deservingly so as well. I think Tyreek Hill will be 6. He's a walking offensive machine. You saw what he did last year.
I think he's going to be higher than that.
Yeah, this is true.
Maybe,
he'll be higher than Lamar of last year.
Yeah.
He might be your 4 behind Myles Garrett, and then just slide everybody down. Then Lamar, and then TJ, then Chris Jones, Trent Williams,
Max Crosby.
He'll be 10.
Yeah.
Max Crosby will be 10th
I
on
can
this.
see
I'm
that.
not taking Max over anybody on this list.
Yeah.
Who are you
as a
taking
player.
out of that list? Max?
I would take Travis Kelce out of the
Thank
list.
you.
Travis Kelce doesn't belong
Thank
in the
you.
top
Yep.
10. Like if we're
Absolutely.
being real, and this is how you know it's voted for in your friends. It's also popularity to a certain extent.
Yes.
Travis Kelce had an amazing playoff.
The Swifties voted.
He had this is true. He had an amazing playoffs. He is the reason, not the sole reason. He's a major reason why they won the Super Bowl last year and they went back to back. We know that. But shoot, for the better part of 15 weeks,
He was horrible.
he just looked like a guy. He just looked like a guy out there.
To be fair, he missed week 1 with a fairly serious injury. So I think that it took him a while to get up to that level. But there was a distraction level to his game last year. And I think it came
Taylor
from the
Swift,
whole
yeah.
Taylor Swift situation.
Yeah.
But to double down on your point, the guy was magic in the playoffs
Yeah, he
when
was.
they needed him to be. And it wasn't a first year. You know, you look at last year's Amon-Ra numbers versus this past season. There is a difference between the two. That's why he jumped up.
Yeah.
Kelce has
Kelce
slid
was
down
bored
a
in
little
the
bit.
regular season. He's bored.
Yeah, and
All
but
right?
he's done it for so darn
Right.
long that he just kind of gets the nod.
I thought he was going to retire. That's how bored he was. Then I saw him in the playoffs, and I'm like, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Because that's when he decided to play. Let me run him down for the audio-only people. Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, T.J. Watt, and Trent Williams. That's your top
I wanna
10.
ask you a question.
NFL will put them in
I
order
want to ask
tonight.
you a question. No, Bray,
You go first.
Okay, Bray, real quick. Since you took Travis Kelce out of the top 10, who would you put in?
I gotta look at who was 20 through 11.
Right. Bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up real quick. It was 20 through 11 because
I didn't give it to
Justin
James.
Jefferson
though.
was hurt last year too. Why?
Yeah.
CD had a really good year, but I
CD
can't
did,
see
but
them
I
putting them
can't
up
see him in the top 10. Yeah. Defense is the way. I don't know. I would have to look at that list.
Now, where's Sauce Gardner?
Hold on, where's quarterback
Sauce Gardner?
wise? I think we're missing some quarterbacks.
Where's
on there.
Sauce Gardner?
Sauce took a step back, and also too, he's having the same thing that happens with what happened to D. Reeves. They don't throw at him.
Yeah.
That's what you're starting
Doesn't
to
get
see.
the
And when they don't
statistics
throw
out.
at you, your stats aren't the same. So you got to watch the game plan and watch how guys aren't getting open and guys receiving efficiency rate. So he took a step back, but at the same time, it is a little optical illusion because teams don't want to try him.
Yeah.
He shut guys down year 2. What was I about to say? Side note, Jared Goff is 45th on this list. 11 other quarterbacks
11
have gone before Jared Goff. Do we feel, because this is coming from players in the league, why would you think the league would make him the 12th highest quarterback? And I appreciate that, James. 12th highest quarterback.
Because people
this
are
is coming from the players now.
because people are in love with one season of C.J. Stroud. I do think that he's right there in that top 7 conversation. But everybody's been trying to anoint
Jordan
Herbert
Love.
and T-Law for how many years now? And these guys can't get
I
anything
think
done.
Jordan Love is ahead of him, too.
He is.
Well, for a half season. And I'm sorry, but if we're going to put Kelce in there for his work in the playoffs, then you need to tip your cap to Jared Goff doing something that's never been done in this town. I don't care if he's not fast. I don't care if he's the most flashy athlete out there. The guy gets it done.
Yeah.
Period. And he's absolutely a top 10 or top 8 quarterback in my book.
You just said it. He's just not a sexy pick.
Yeah.
He had a reputation when he was with the Rams. He didn't win the big game.
Yeah.
Got there. Then he came here basically thrown away to the trash with the Detroit Lions. And now he's made it all the way back up the ladder again. And he's going to make and win the Super Bowl. And he will be a top 5 guy then.
Yeah.
You'll see. Right now, he's just not the sexy pick. He's sexy here in Detroit, though.
A lot
We
of
know.
people-
The good news is the only people that have to pick him is the Detroit Lion fan base, and
That's
we
it.
choose him every time for what he's done. Do me a favor, put that back up there, James. This is 20 through 11. We can see if we got some guys over Travis Kelce. Just taking a quick look. Micah Parsons.
Fred Warner, man.
Josh Allen. Fred
Warner's
Warner.
pretty excellent.
Fred Warner.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson. I know he missed half the season, but he came back and he's still Justin Jefferson. So just for the sense that Travis Kelce won the Super Bowl, I'm not taking Justin ahead of him. I would take Josh Allen, Parsons,
Roquan's pretty nasty,
I think
too,
you got to
man.
take Fred Warner, man.
and Fred Warner. Yeah, Roquan is nasty.
Roquan, he could jump ahead of Fred Warner this year at this point in his career.
I agree. And also, too, you know what you're not going to have for Fred Warner? You won't have the side-by-side tandem of him and Greenlaw. Greenlaw is no longer a member.
Took a lot of pressure off.
You could arguably put Kittle in there, too.
Where did he go?
Arguably.
One, he's injured, too. So wherever he's at, he's rehabbing.
He tore his Achilles.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles. Yeah,
in that playoff game.
That's right.
Tom Azaway, how much money do the Chicago Bears have?
How much money did they have?
They just paid DJ Moore a $110 million extension. They've been paying for the last 3 years. They just extended DJ Moore to the tune of 4 years.
They're finding money. They're finding it. We'll see what they look like. I picked them as my dark horse playoff team. You know, there's going to be 2 or 3 teams that weren't in the playoffs last year that are going to knock on the door this year. We'll see. I think maybe the Bears will be one of them.
I want to see that Bears and Packers rivalry renewed. I think it could be something there because I think the Bears could upset the Pack this year. I might agree with you there. Bears might upset the Pack.
DJ Moore has regression written all over him.
Oh.
Now with all those players around you.
Rookie quarterback, all-pro wide receiver, and one of the best young wide receivers to come out of college in some time. And that guy is not trying to be denied the ball. So, and you got a solid tight end there in Cole Kmet. I just don't understand how DJ Moore is going to ever reproduce what he did last year. Which I would say is his best year in the league.
He had over 1,000 with Justin Fields as his quarterback, so I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
Caleb is Justin Fields, guys.
Oh,
I'd agree with that.
Different skills, same outcome.
Bit strong.
Hasn't been able to win in college. Just saying.
The Bucs spent some money today as well. Tristan Wirfs got paid today.
Yeah, he did.
He got he's the highest paid offensive lineman now by probably a few dollars. 5 years, $140.63 million extension. He's been sitting out for the past few days, and today he was there on the podium and very happy. And the guy that was the most happy was guess who?
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
Yes, sir.
He ran out to practice today, jumping around, and he was very happy for his guy.
When you pay quarterbacks, you have to pay offensive linemen to protect them, and Tristan Wirfs is one of the best. His rookie year, don't forget, he helped Tom Brady win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
This is as a rookie, so he's been doing it now for the past 4 years. Damn good offensive lineman. He deserves that cheese he's getting. Baker Mayfield, don't sleep. That's Tom's guy right there, man. What are the Bucs going to do this year, Tom? You got any faith in them, or they're regressing backwards?
I don't know, man. The Bucs last year, it's a tougher division this year. I think Atlanta is going to be knocking them down. I believe Atlanta wins that South, and the Saints are going to be a little bit better as well. I don't know. Buccaneers and Atlanta, I think will be a photo finish, but I'm going to give it to the Atlanta Falcons.
A whole bunch of 500 football in that division.
For real.
Say it again?
Whole bunch of 500 football in that division. Somebody's got to win it, though.
Yeah, the NFC South.
It has been, but don't sleep on Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not. I like them to win it too. But are they a 9-win division championship team?
Michael Penix.
I think they're a 9-win division champion.
Okay,
you know
I like it. Don't forget, Tom won 8-9 2 years ago and won.
They were 8-9 coming out of the regular season.
Yeah, 2 years.
Is that the only losing regular season football team to win a Super Bowl?
Nah.
No, I don't think. No, that team,
when they won the Super Bowl, they weren't 8-9.
Oh, gotcha.
But they won the division.
Yeah, when they stuck
after
in, the Cowboys knocked them off in the playoffs. Cowboys beat that 8-9 team.
They must have had your boy Micah Parsons.
Speaking of my Jets, I wore my New York Jets today. I'm looking on here, Tom Azaway.
Great colors.
I was very excited for Tariq Cohen. He was tremendous when he was with Chicago Bears, very lightning. I thought bringing him in would be really good for the kickoff, the new kickoff rules. Well, you know what, man? After a great camp, Tariq said he's going to hang him up. Former Bears running back.
It's a shame.
It is a shame because I thought they could do something. Actually, he's having a good camp. He looked good when I was there.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Maybe he just knows as a runner, he says, I just don't have that burst I used to have.
Do you remember what I told you when you were excited about him?
Yeah.
That he won't be on the roster.
You did. You said that. 100%.
At least tip your hat to the guy for trying and getting back into camp one last time because going out the way he went out to not get another shot, at least he got another taste before he finished.
He has peace.
Yes.
And I think that's more so than anything what he has. He had a good camp. He knows he still can do it, but he doesn't love it anymore. And I love where sport is, but particularly the NFL, since that's the one I played. I love guys being able to say, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm done. Before, because there wasn't a lot of endorsement deals, if you weren't one of the main guys, because there wasn't a lot of other ways, because the money necessarily, as the owners were giving it out, wasn't top-notch like they're paying now, like that generational wealth, guys had to continue to play just to make money, just to continue to put the money to keep that lifestyle up. I think now guys are taking care of themselves and they're putting their after football situations. They're putting that as a light because there's a reason why you can say, you know what, I'm good, I can take off, as opposed to trying to collect that check.
Keeping it with Gang Green, if you saw earlier in the week, Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson on the sidelines in practice, kind of with a disagreement. We'll show it to you here.
I was there.
Lock it up there, James.
This is the practice I was at.
You were?
Yeah, this is where I was at.
James, can you hit that audio just in case?
Did you ever find out what happened?
Oh, 100%. Me and Mark, it's funny. Mark and I were watching it when it was happening, and me and him both knew exactly what was happening.
What do you
telling
think?
him he was too short on the route, and Garrett is telling him the route wasn't open, so I had to adjust. Like that's a common argument between wide receiver and quarterback. Quarterback wanted you to get a depth, but the quarterback not seeing necessarily what was there, and you had to make an adjustment.
So today, Garrett Wilson on the podium, someone asked him about, hey, Aaron Rodgers has been yapping at you. He's been yelling at other players. He's being a vocal guy. So Garrett Wilson went to the podium. Someone asked him that question. Here's what he had to say.
Don't have it.
Yeah, bro.
I'm glad that he did do that, though, because there's been more than just that one video that I've seen of them chirping. There was one that was where they actually came and shook hands afterwards.
Yeah, that's the one I was at.
Yeah, so that one just came up this week on Monday or Tuesday. Those are two big personalities. It's a guy that's been there for a year in Aaron Rodgers, but hasn't had that leadership role because he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I always had an issue with Stafford in comparison to Rodgers in the same division, I watched Rodgers get engaged not only with his team, but with the referees. He was never apathetic. It was an issue that I had with Stafford. So now he's coming and doing that with another team. Everybody knows he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Super Bowl MVP. But at the same point, this is a guy that he doesn't have that clout in New York yet. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't thrown a touchdown yet. So I know you're A-Rod, but you've got to tone it down because you've got one of the best young wide receivers in the league, and you could alienate that relationship before week one kickoff.
You're wrong. So here's what Garrett Wilson had to say about
and that's
Aaron
what I'm
Rodgers.
hoping that he has to say this because that's what you would want.
When we're getting our ass beat, I'm pissed off. You know, I may not vocalize it that way to the guys, but I'm pissed off too. So it's kind of a mutual feeling. It's like I'm glad he said something, and it's not personal. I don't think anyone in this building takes it that way. It's like, all right, this is our leader right here. Obviously, he's not happy with what we're doing, so it can be a reminder for some of the guys. I think when you're out here in these hot practices and day 8, some guys go into survival mode and they forget about the detail and the fact of the matter that you got to win the drill, and they kind of just try and do their. I don't know. I don't want to say that, but I think y'all understand what I'm saying. You got to squash that and find a way to make it about the team again, and let's go win this damn drill because it's going to translate on Sundays coming up here soon. And I think we all have, a better understanding of that now too, because it happened a little last year leading up to the season. So we got to see it. You got to feel the practices without it, once he was injured, and maybe how the practice didn't feel as, detailed because of that. People, it's people like that demand greatness in your details and your mindset, and you're watching film, and you could feel it when it's not there, when it's absent. So I think we all appreciate it. But we all know it's go time when that comes out, and honestly, we're feeling it too. It's just certain guys have the ability to verbalize it in that way. He's one of those.
Aaron Rodgers went there to win a championship. He didn't go there just to collect more money. He's got all the money he needs. And if he's not going to be yapping at these guys, they just came off of having Garrett Wilson as their quarterback. This kid he hit it right on the head. He got no problem with Aaron Rodgers being vocal. and nor should he have a problem with him being. Brees, same way.
Brees Hall, yeah.
Same thing.
Yo, this is twofold. Fold one is, like you said, look, Aaron Rodgers is just getting there. We know who Aaron Rodgers is, but what you did was in the past. What are you going to do here with the New York Jets? You got to reestablish your leadership role with this team, and it builds through training camp, it builds through moments, and it builds through overcoming moments as well. And that's what he's doing. At the same time, Garrett Wilson is a guy that, hey, say, look, I've been here 2 years. This is year 3 for me. Not about the accolades, but hey, I was Offensive Rookie of the Year in year 1. Let you know that I'm serious. It lets you know I came here on a mission. Year 2, with 4 or 5 different quarterbacks. Who was a vocal leader? Who played every game? Who was there? Still found 1,000 yards with a laundry list of bums, as we now know they were in New York. So he's like, this is year 3 for me. It's no different than Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
Like, he's legitimately Amon-Ra St. Brown to the New York Jets. He's been there. He's proven. He's there. And this is a guy that works hard. Like, I noticed him. I watched him. When they weren't doing drills, when he wasn't involved in some type of drill, he's on the sideline. He's working on his feet. He's working on his hands. He's always in tune to the game and trying to work on some part of his game. So this is going to be good. And Aaron knows what he has to do. This isn't his first young, hot wide receiver. This isn't his first big personality wide receiver that he's played with. He understands this space. This is them kind of doing the tango, doing the song and dance, and getting the dance right for when September comes.
Yeah, there's 2 things that stick out for me. One, why don't more wide receivers act like that? You know, especially the prime time ones, because they're often divas. That's the best soundbite you can hope for from a guy of that caliber that you just spoke to. Now, the other side for me is you hit it. Laundry list of bums at quarterback. We watched their Hard Knocks. Who is leading that team? Who is speaking up? Who is calling guys out? So hopefully these guys do have thick skin. Sounds like Garrett does. You need Aaron Rodgers to come in and step up and do those kind of things. Hopefully it doesn't persist, because that'll mean that they're not on the same page. But I have a feeling those 2 are going to be deadly this year.
Also, too, man, like, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Aaron would want players, especially ones that are actually making plays and leading by example. He would want them to challenge him a little bit, or challenge other players on the team, or get a little rowdy, because it wakes Aaron up. Aaron's been out of sport now for, over a year. Aaron's got to wake back up. If no one said anything to Aaron and everybody walked around on this Jets team like Aaron was holier than thou, or, oh, this is Aaron Rodgers, oh, we have to do this because this is Aaron, it wouldn't be a good situation. You got to feel like you can challenge your teammate. You guys can have conversation, because if I can't have a conversation with my teammate, then what are we doing?
They're going to be a lot of eyes on the Jets. The Jets are the most televised team in the league this year.
7
standalone games. Wow. And you know what happened last year in week 1? Game 1, Monday Night Football,
4 plays.
On September 11th. He took the flag out. That was the most you ever saw of Aaron Rodgers since he's been on the Jets. 3 plays later, the season was over.
Still got the video on my phone.
I pray, you were there, Bray.
I was.
I pray that he stays healthy and he could lead this Jet team to a good season, make it entertaining. I hope that he hasn't lost something, because I hate seeing guys, great players, lose it. I've seen lots of them over the years. I never forget Joe Namath when he went to the Rams.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
And it was horrible. He was like begging. The guys weren't even sacking him.
I didn't know that was a thing.
They weren't even sacking him. He was like, they let him go down on his own.
Wow.
They didn't want to hurt Broadway Joe. And then he retired midseason with the Rams. It was horrible. Johnny Unitas as a Charger. You can go on and on. I know the guys will have more recent ones. Tom Brady as a Buck was amazing.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that really stood the test of time and went on. Peyton Manning obviously was younger, but he went to the Broncos.
John Elway.
Joe Montana did all right with the Chiefs.
Joey, he didn't win a Super Bowl, but he got him to the AFC Championship.
Elway.
Brett Favre before
Brett Favre got the Vikings to it within a minute of winning.
John Elway.
He created the rule.
John Elway.
He stayed with the same team.
Elway was a guy who could never win it, and then, I see what you're saying. But I just, at the end of his career, he had his best
I was at
years.
his last Super Bowl, matter of fact.
I got to ask you a question real quick, because I know you've met him many times, but being in New York last weekend, tell us about a conversation with Garrett Wilson, because I'm sure you had a moment with him.
Just passionate about the game. Like, the way in which he approaches the game, he's passionate. Like, he's always working on his craft. Like, when we have conversations, sometimes you talk to players and they talk about anything. Like, when I talked to Sauce Gardner, he was, what up, though? What's going on back in the city? Like, we were talking about Detroit. We were talking about, just a multitude of things. You find ways to talk about football, but there's other things in which you can have a normal conversation about. Garrett Wilson's like KD. Garrett Wilson's like KD. It's football.
Yeah.
He wants to talk about football. He wants to ask me about certain routes.
That's what I want to know.
He
What
wants to ask,
questions did he ask
you know what the questions asked. We talked earlier. Revis. How was Revis? What was
Yeah?
it like going against Revis? What did you have to do? Like, how did you get him off the square? And then Antonio Cromartie's on the coaching staff now. He's working with the DBs. So he was asking about Crow. He's like, what was Crow like? 'Cause he's 240.
He's a
How was he
dog.
playing DB? I was like, Crow is a specimen at that position. But he just asked a lot about Revis and a lot about who did I go against. Talk about when we went to the AFC Championship, like what was the energy like here when we went to the playoffs? When you win a playoff game, like what's that feeling like? How did the fans show up? So just kind of like places and things that he plans on doing and places he plans on going. So kind of asking. It was cool.
How'd your boy Malachi Corley look?
I got a chance to talk to him.
Yeah?
Got a chance to talk to him. I told him I drafted. He said, I remember I got a chance to see it. Yeah, so that was cool. Looks good. Just got to work on running routes and catching the ball because he's one of those guys, yards after catch.
Yes.
They just put the ball in his hands down there in Western
Yes.
Kentucky, whether it was reverses, whether it was jet sweeps, whether it was quick screens, tunnel screens, shallow cross slants, anything quick to put the ball in his hand and let him work. He's got to learn how to run routes. He's got to learn how to catch in traffic. That's the big thing they're working on with him. But when he gets the ball in his hand,
The film on him that I saw, I thought I was watching Xavier Legette. Different size human beings, but man, once they got the
he's a
ball in
fan
their
favorite
hands.
down there in Carolina.
Oh, I bet.
Like,
He should be. He's going to be fun to watch.
The act-
Debo
Hey,
2.0.
Your old team, the Cleveland Browns, got some. Had a bad thing happen today. Dante Foreman, running back, he's in there.
Might get
He got hit, head-to-head hit. His neck went down. They immobilized him. They brought him out. They got the stretcher for him.
Yeah.
He has feeling in all his extremities, but they airlifted him to a hospital in Cleveland where I haven't heard anything since. But from what I understand, like I said, he has feeling in all extremities. Hopefully everything will be good. Hopefully it's like a stinger or something like that. And we'll find out more about Dante Foreman. But again, tough game, man. Tough game. That's practice, for crying out loud.
Scary.
Yeah, man, it's tough, and this is why it's a tough situation. We've been talking ad nauseum in terms of do you hit in practice, do you not hit in practice, do you tackle, how much is enough, how often do you do it, how often do you stay away. You have to do it, but it comes with the territory. But once again, this is something that we sign up for. This is something as NFL players we understand that this comes with the territory, that this is a possibility. So I'm glad that he has feeling in all his extremities. He will be the first one to tell you. As soon as I'm ready, I'll be back on that field.
Yeah, Deontay Foreman's not exactly avoiding contact either.
No,
So
not at all.
Facts.
I can see this kind of stuff happening to a player like that.
All right, cool. How about we take a quick commercial break? Because we do have the doctor coming in studio today. Where he be on BMX?
He'll be here.
He'll be here in the studio. Let's get a message from
Guardian Alarm. That's right. What do you do when you see that black and yellow sign outside?
Stay out.
Stay out.
Right. Stay out. Customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people have been proven to care. So call 1-800.
Stay out.
Call 1-800.
Stay out.
Call them today and tell them Woodward Sports sent you. And tell them about that morning show, KG.
I will. The best morning show in the city. Don't argue with me. It just is, man. Every day, 8 to 10, Monday through Friday, it's Wake Up Woodward. Join Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, and myself every morning as we cover all of Detroit sports talk, banter, and live fan interaction, but only on Detroit's #1, I said #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home?
Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
You got a chance to just see him there for a second. And I got to ask you, you know what happens when you run a great business for over 50 years?
What's that?
You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service that customers have come to know and trust for so many years. Now just on Woodward, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. They got all kinds of locations for you now. Les Stanford Chevrolet, you guys know, together,
let's drive.
That's right.
And drive right on down to Randy Wise, not those other guys. How would you like to play the University of Michigan golf course with Braylon Edwards?
That's me.
Of course you would. Of course you would. You can register today and round off a group with 4 people in it at woodwardsports.com or scan the QR code on the screen. When it comes to your next car or truck, make the wise decision. It's Randy Wise Automotive.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, but the Nashville Hot is back for limited time. Only the Crispy Chicken. I'm talking about that chicken fire pizza. That's the Nashville Hot pizza, ladies and gentlemen. It is delicious and it's fire. But also those biscuits are a thing of beauty. Check out Soroki's. They're popping up all over metropolitan Michigan. And guess what? If that spice is too much for you, they do have salads, fresh sides, ready for you. Come on down to Soroki's. Now, we talked to Sean yesterday in here of BGSCM. Amazing things they're doing with the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League. You got to get on board. You got to be a part. Got to get your kids signed up today, ages 5 to 14, Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. That is very important for you to hear. Your kids will be okay. Equipment, meals, transportation, all included for a chance to play at Ford Field, home of the Detroit Lions. Register now, 3C Sports. All right, welcome back. That was a mouthful.
Yeah,
and that was a lot.
That was a mouthful.
I didn't want to say
give you a lot of commercial-free.
It was good. It was smooth.
We give you commercial-free stuff here. Hey, listen, man. There's a lot of great. There's a lot of great facilities out there in the NFL, but wait till you see
Chargers.
The Bengals' new locker rooms.
Bengals?
The Cincinnati Bengals, Mike Brown and the Brown family are known to be cheapskates, but they did not cheap out on this. Bray, put your headphones on and give a listen and a look at this.
I feel like I'm in Tron. This is unbelievable. What's up, Cincy? It's Ted Karras here at the new locker room, the beautiful new space we have. Here we go. Ventilation, for our pads. Comes right down for us. But now every single day, my pads are going to be dry. And we come down here, we got the toaster oven, I like to call it. That thing's running, the fan's running. That's a big deal. Historically, in my career in the NFL, guys fight over the cleat dryers. Now you got your own. Personal lockbox with a charger in there. The old Bengal Tiger right there. We come to my favorite feature, your own personal storage rack. I'm thinking tape, supplements, and I think 3 rows for Cincy hats this year. I don't think you could have done a better job, guys. Who they think? We've been on a crusade for years now to get this song right. Now after wins, we're gonna come, you take your stuff off. There's a reminder, we're gonna sing it the right way. Extra space for all the shoes. Can't thank the Brown family, Blackburn family enough. This is so incredible. The guys are gonna be fired up. We get in here on Tuesday, first day of pads. It's gonna be a great day. Who day?
How about that, man?
You know what's funny is I've been privy to play in some nice locker rooms because of Woody Johnson and Florham Park, and which One Jets Drive looks like amazing facility. And then the late Paul Allen, the owner or former owner of the Seattle Seahawks, that facility out there in Seattle, right off Lake Washington, was amazing. Very nice facility. So I've had a chance to see some things, but I got to tell you, that was still 10, 12, 13, 14 years ago. That stuff is top notch. Their locker rooms, man. You see Michigan unveiled their locker room yesterday. You know, the Bengals unveiled theirs. It gets you excited. You know, it's like a new uniform. A locker room is part of that uniform. It gets you excited to be in that place because you're going to spend a lot of time there. A lot of time in that locker room, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of talking. You know, you want it to be the most comfortable space. And shout out to the Bengals because the whole state of Ohio is cheap. Like, the Browns never changed their, you know I ain't lying, KG. The Browns facility, Maz, is still Berea. They haven't changed Berea since before the Browns left to go to Baltimore, and same with Cincinnati. So shout out to the Brown family because they made a big move.
So what amenity got you most excited that you would have loved to have had as a player that you just saw?
That cleat dry is everything.
Yeah?
That
They really fight over those, huh?
100%.
Okay.
That cleat dry, especially as a wideout, all we do is run during training camp.
Now you got your own.
Our cleats are soaked. Yeah. And so we're real, like DBs, running backs, like you're fighting over those cleat soakers. So that was
interesting.
That's the first thing that came to mind.
You were talking about uniforms, new uniforms. There's a bunch of teams that have new stuff coming out. We're going to start. The first one I'm going to show you are the Packers. They came out with their all-white helmet today, and they're going to do a whiteout game. What do you think of the white Packer helmet?
I like it.
I like it, too.
I like it.
Looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
I hate saying like and Packers in the same sentence, but I like that Packers
The
helmet.
gold down the center would have been better.
Right.
If they would have had a gold stripe down that center, I think would have really
kind of gives you
done
a Chargers-esque type look. Like
bit,
when,
yeah.
like when the Chargers had a white helmet, powder blue jersey, and the white pants. Like it's similar. When he had that yellow on, he looked like Keenan Allen.
Yeah. It's almost like a college jersey to me, almost like with the all white.
Okay, like a BYU.
Yeah, kind of a little bit.
Like a whiteout game, man.
That white helmet though. Like that was that white. Imagine so the Lions all white. Imagine if they would throw that white helmet on.
Oh, now
that's see.
How about the Lions? How about the Lions all white against the Packers all white? We'll do that on that Thursday night game.
You won't even know who has the ball.
Game. I know.
Pretty funny though.
It'll be pretty funny though. But the Lions have the dark helmet.
Jared Goff
you could
back,
follow him.
Throws the ball too.
It is.
He's coming this way, but it looks like he's playing for the same
Now,
team.
here's Braylon's uniform that he used to wear with the New York Jets, and they're bringing it back. There's no reason they never should have changed this uniform, but they're bringing it back for a couple of games this year.
It's the one.
That is the one, and it's a beauty. I like what they did now. They went back to the sack exchange, late 80s uniforms, what they're going to wear now, what Braylon has on his shirt.
I love
that.
I love the sack exchange. I'm wearing it across my shirt right now. I love all the things they do with that. But just because I play with this uniform, man, this uniform is something special. But a lot of great moments in this uniform. And I tell you what, that big fella right there, he is ready to have a year. And he is a big man. Talk about Quentin Williams on the right-hand side. Man, as I was checking into my hotel, and this is around the same time as they're doing a curfew for the Jets during training camp, and I open the elevator. When the door opens up, Quentin Williams is about to get off and get something. I think the DoorDash stuff.
Yeah.
He's just a massive man. Pause. But he's just like a baby, like a child with the voice stuff. Like he's just a big kid.
I hated what they did the last few years with that uniform. And that helmet. They just absolutely wrecked it.
Everything stunk about the Jets last couple of years. Everything stunk.
James, you have that helmet, the Jets helmet
Sauce
video?
Gardner and Garrett Wilson.
Yes, I do.
Let's play it. Here's the Jets. This is how to make the Jets helmet. Check this out.
This is the right day to wear Jets stuff.
Look at that.
That Vito?
Really nice.
How about it?
It's so funny because I'm laughing. I know the people in the video. That was Vito and Gus. That's the equipment manager.
I got a couple more for you before we have Dr. Pierce come in. And we'll do a couple more. Take a quick break, James, and then we will come back. Here's the Raiders' 66th year.
Quick break, James.
You hear this? 66th anniversary patch. That's the Raiders' patch that they're going to wear on their jerseys.
Patch, yeah. That is that. I like the patch.
That's
a dope patch to go 4-13.
Yeah, I was about to say, what is commemorating? Losing? Like,
okay, what's the real over-under on the Raiders this year for you, Tom Maswell? 5?
7.
Okay, so you think
7,
6 or 8?
Yeah,
I got him at 9.
9.
Okay.
I think Antonio Pierce is really going to turn that team around. That defense is legit. I think the offense is going to be a struggle, but they're going to run the ball. They're going to be a ground and pound
Gardner
team.
Minshew might be good for them.
Oh,
I agree.
True. They do got.
I like him, man. He's not
in the words of Michael Jordan.
He almost got the Colts to the playoffs.
In the words of Michael Jordan in the 80s, hey, just stop. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Man, that patch is fresh. I know that this is one of your all-time favorite jerseys.
But what's happened?
Silver and black.
What's happened to the Raiders to me is like a sin.
Yeah.
I mean, that used to be it. But
all you have to do is look at the owner's haircut.
Look, I'm rocking.
Like that tells you all you need to know about the Raiders is the owner's.
Look at the city I'm rocking today.
Oh, there you go.
All right, I represent. I want sports in Oakland.
Yeah.
All right, I love the Oakland Raiders. I love the Oakland A's. I loved Oakland when the Golden State Warriors were there, and now they're gone. There's not a team left in that great sports city.
The city.
Great sports city.
Tom Maswell, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to get Dr. Jeff Pierce on from Michigan Sports and Fine. Maz, I want to ask you one question before we go.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to watch Charlie Hustle on HBO Max?
I'm through 3 episodes right now.
Same.
I love it. He can't get out of his own way, that guy.
100%. I thought the same thing.
Can't get out of his own way.
I'm like, I've been lobbying for you all these years. I didn't even know the whole
story.
story.
Shut your mouth, Pete.
He reminds me a lot of certain politicians trying to get back.
What is this show?
Yeah.
Tell me.
You said
P.
what?
Rose,
It's on
Charlie
HBO Max.
Hustle.
It's about
It's
P.
on HBO
Rose. The
Max.
whole process, how is he the best baseball player ever, Tom Maswell?
He's the greatest hitter of all time.
4,261.
He's a singles hitter, but that's what he did.
I don't know, man. I got to put Ichiro right there with him.
Last thing I will say, and then we will go for
Not
real.
enough time.
I didn't realize how few home runs he had. He only had 76 career home runs.
He's a singles hitter.
Didn't need him.
100.
Singles and doubles.
Didn't
This
need
is
him.
true.
But he'll
All
take a
right,
single and stretch it to a double.
Let's take a break again, and let's hear from WSM Merch. Is that where we are? Wow. Oh, we're done.
Yeah. Sports and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights. Live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home?
Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Segment of this Thursday and it is reserved for the man himself. That is Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Doc, how have you been?
I'm good. Got a rough week. Not a rough week, a
Why
good
you have
week.
a rough week? What's going on?
No, we got our big golf outing on Monday.
Well, I'll be there.
Sport and Athletes Unlimited.
I'll be there.
I know. I really appreciate you coming.
You got to put me with a good group, man. I'm trying to win.
Well, Woodward Sports is kind of putting you together. I mean, maybe we'll move you over to my foursome.
There we go. And now your stuff is coming up. I've known you longer than them. Come on, man. I'm
And
trying
what
to
track
win.
you guys playing?
All right.
Where are we playing?
Fieldstone at Auburn Hills. So,
that's a
doing
hike.
a shout out to them. It's our first year that we're doing a public course. Normally, we're two full courses, so we have about 250 people. But this year, we're doing one course, and then we're doing our Top Golf event in October because we had a great turnout last year. So it's just 27 years. It's a long time to be how to keep it fresh and real. I mean, we've done everything. But
Anybody can keep it fresh. It's you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, Athletes Unlimited is for impaired athletes. So when you see all the impaired sports, all the wheelchair basketball, the Paralympics, obviously coming up, we've always sponsored that. We're the Athletes Unlimited has been one of the biggest sponsors through the last 28 years. So
I had a chance to go to a function of yours last year at Top Golf.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a great event.
It was a lot of fun.
So we get to, we used to celebrate all, like I was with the Red Wings and the Lions and stuff like that. And we used to celebrate those athletes. And now we turn around, we celebrate our athletes. So we'll have the sled team that's there. They've done really well. We're actually going to have a sled out there that you get in and shoot into a hockey goal.
Okay.
And, a few surprises out there for anybody. There's actually a few foursomes left. So if anybody's still interested, look up Athletes Unlimited or contact Woodward Sports and we'll get you hooked up.
Doc, you do a fantastic job of marketing yourself and
Don't
your
give him
business.
that much credit. He
does.
already has a big head. Don't give him that much credit.
And he knows where to hang out. He knows where to hang out. We get him every Thursday here. Your social media has been blowing up. So I got a question about you about the Colorado, not the Broncos, the Broncos, right?
Buffaloes.
Yeah, no, Buffaloes. Thank you. Sorry.
University.
So
he knows a lot about that school.
In their practice, they are allowing all athletes to have on their back the @ with their social media name. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I would love to hear what you guys have to say on that topic.
Wow. This is how much more time do we have?
Go ahead, Doc. Take your time.
I mean, no.
Don't take your time.
You don't
the
like
answer
it?
is no. I mean, I guess we have to get over us old people, the purest of college. College meant something. We're changing it. The portal systems, it's more about me. It's always about the we sport and everything else and how we play and what we do. And now it's going to be about I. I mean, I get primetime. Primetime was before his time, and he may feel they finally caught up to me. Let my boys benefit where I couldn't, type of thing. But, what are you doing for the game? What messages are you sending? I mean, like the Olympics, I love the Olympics right now because they're playing a lot of inspired, right? You're inspiring that 8-year-old girl that's running in track. Does this really putting an @ on the back of your jersey inspiring young athletes? So I really love what the Olympics are doing. I don't know if you guys realize what they're doing. A lot of commercials where that athlete's inspiring a young 8-year-old, where they tell the story. This person inspired me. So it's like looking at that pure sports conditioning, commitment, that grid, whatever you're going to call it, and this is who I want to be when I grow. I want to be an Olympian because of that. Not because I'm making banging bucks, not because I got an @ not because I got 1 million followers, but for the purest of what you're doing for yourself, physically, mentally, and I guess socially now. So no, I'm not a big component. I think we're going to get a big drastic curve like we do with anything. It's going to get out of hand, and then somebody's going to level it back out.
I don't know if you can compare the two. Yeah, I think with the Olympics, you can't compare it to college. I think the college game right now, you see what it is. It's NIL. It's allowing these individuals to get branding. I think Ohio State was one of the first people to start doing that with Urban Meyer, but allowing their brands to matter, to get themselves out there, to feel good about what they're doing. And it's just the way of the world. It's just the wave of the future. Getting paid, making bank. That's exactly what Olympians are doing as well. It just doesn't come off that because you're fighting for country. You're going for gold. All those athletes are represented. They have sponsorship deals, whether it's Nike, whether it's Tag Heuer, or whether it's insert sponsorship group or corporation that reps them. So you are inspired by athletes because you're inspired by the work that they're putting in. Showing their ad on the back of their jersey, it's not admitting the fact that they're out there working, they're out there grinding, they're out there putting in that time in the off season. So Olympics, they do inspire, but I think football does as well. I don't know if I said it right.
I think you guys both hit on some points.
Yeah.
One, Doc, you talk about kind of the old generation, and we think of college sports, and you don't get paid. And when we heard about guys getting paid, we got really upset. Now it's a completely different game, and this is allowing
the funny is when they always say, like, pure. Like, NCAA was never pure.
Well,
if you want to be honest.
No, I learned that my freshman year living in the football player dorms. Absolutely.
It was classic.
No. Yeah.
It was classic.
But a lot of these younger guys are never going to get an opportunity for anybody to care about them, follow them. It's just you focus on Shedeur Sanders. And now you've got an opportunity for everybody to get a little bit of that recognition. But I do like your point in the fact that you're trying to inspire kids. I'm going to look on the other side. You could have just one guy on your team that's got bad stuff on his social media, and now you're pushing your fan base to actually follow him a little bit more with this. So maybe with doing this, they had a conversation up front, and they talked about the responsibility that these guys have on their social media. I'm sure that there was a lot more that went into this decision and the execution of the decision, but going forward, these kids do deserve to make a living off of their hard work, and I think that this is just another step to help them do that.
Here's my question. Who sees it out of curiosity? Because when I was in college, our practices weren't open to the public. So who even sees the back of insert quarterback, wide receiver, offensive lineman's jersey? Who sees that?
They're going to be wearing that around school, I promise you.
But they don't.
Yeah, it'll be seen. When I actually got to watch a practice, you could see practice.
Okay.
Out in Colorado, we saw one of their first ones. So it's not like public, like fill the stadium, but you can get there and see it. It's not like masses, but they're visual. I mean,
like USC's practices used to look when Pete Carroll were there, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, Primetime knows he's an awesome athlete. You can't, like I said, this is a long discussion, but the thing is, where's the moral compass on all this, right? The moral compass needs to have some play. If you're worried about your guys, you said I didn't like, it's not totally true. I felt the athletes were being taken advantage of. When we were paying the bills for the sport, football made enough money so it was going back into that football because it is the biggest cost. Yeah. Now it's over and above. Now it's obnoxious. You know, what these coaches are getting paid, the business that it is, it's totally the other thing. And you are taking advantage of those young kids. So I'm okay with them making money at it, but who's policing it? You know, where's the police on it? You know, there's more fundraisers now. You know, just like what Oregon advertised. Nike wants a championship at Oregon. We're gonna make that happen. What's in between the lines? There's a lot of money you guys exchange for Oregon to win the national championship, but Nike wants to see one, and that's their hometown. I mean, you know, Columbus, Michigan. They're all like, how are the other boys gonna compete? You know, especially in football. In basketball, maybe you can get 5 guys out there that can play. But football, there's a lot of guys you got to get on that team to rally to win a national championship.
I think that's why the 12-game playoff kind of balances and sets the deck, and then the transfer portal NILs, because you give some of those, I won't say smaller schools, but you give some of those old misses. You give some of those
give somebody
Purdue's, if you will. You give those individuals a chance to somehow. I mean, they're a small school, but they're a big name. Make it to the dance. I think the 12 games kind of helps those teams out. I mean, 'cause everybody has money, everybody's throwing in, so it's kind of leveled the playing field a little bit.
They all have money, but not like Michigan money, not like USC money, not like Ohio State money. You know, you're talking about Ole Miss, TCU. You might get 1 or 2 guys out there, but you know, I don't know. I guess time will tell, and we'll change, and we'll have a different discussion a year from now because again, that moral compass is moving for all of us, and our understanding is different. It's just, what are these kids getting out of it? I'm still, like I said, I'm switching from professional to college to high school to junior high. What are those messages that we're giving those kids? I want to have the bat. I want to have, the swag. They're not working like they used to.
But they're starting earlier, though. You yourself have a son. You've been in lacrosse tournaments in New York the whole summer, it seems like. That starts in the travel league and this, that, and the third. I can't tell you how many air miles you have and how much expenses you had to make sure that your son could operate at the best of his level. It starts 11, 12, 13, 14 years old. These kids are growing up super, super fast now. By the time they get to college, they're already young men and business women already because they've been doing it. Their parents have been pushing them. Their coaches have been bringing them along. They've been doing it since 12 years old.
But he's got a point, though. It seems like modern sports have traded in toughness for finesse. And you got these kids, starting young, like you said, and they're in these training programs that would have made guys in the 70s blush, but it's definitely, there's a huge shift. And when you're focused on your product and your name and your Instagram and stuff, it's just taken away from the time on the field and that toughness aspect. Yeah. We argue generational players versus old school players all the time. And it's always the same thing. Well, he couldn't do this. He couldn't do that. The systems are different these days, but the distractions are as well.
Yeah, 100%. Doc, a couple minutes left in the show. Olympics, and we're going back there. We were talking earlier with Maz. So there is a man identifying as a woman that was allowed to box as a woman, and she fought a young lady from Italy today in a match. The young lady from Italy took one punch, and the fight was over. Like we were talking, how does the IOC?
She quit, by the way.
She quit.
She didn't get knocked out. She just took one shot. She said, nope.
And she walked back into her corner. How does the IOC allow that to happen?
I have no idea.
It behooves the hell out of me.
It's the social pressures. When we go genetically, we go science, it shouldn't have happened, right? That's a social pressure that they had. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
No.
It gets dangerous.
If I was Italy too, I'd say, give me something fair.
And you bring up a good point.
Hey, Vito, get up on stage. Let's get in the ring.
You bring up a good point because let's think about this. What if I'm this girl's dad? Or what if I'm this girl's brother? Are you going to feel the type of way? I told you, I would have been at the locker.
It's the social pressure. That's what I'm saying with the Olympics. I was saying it before we started. I don't get all these sports. Go back to the purest what the Olympics were about. I don't know about all these extra sports we've added. I don't know if they were always there and we just have coverage of all of them. And like speed walking today. Like I can't do this right now.
It's time for Frisbee golf to be in the Olympics, isn't that? Is it not?
It is.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Let's go, IOC.
Doc, before we get out of here, any good concerts coming up? Because there's LC and Pine Arbor heating up right now, man. I know you got the fix on something.
We got a bunch. The big one's Kenny Chesney at Ford Field next Saturday. He'll be there. Then
I got
30
something for you
Seconds
guys.
to Mars is Tuesday. And
I got something for you guys.
Okay.
This Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Jack Frost Auto Museum will have over 1,000 show cars there, over 3,000 people. It's in Washington Township. JackFrostAutomuseum.com. Check it out.
Where's Washington Township?
That is 28 Mile.
Okay, so you said
my house is on 8 Mile. I grew up on 28 Mile.
Okay,
very different worlds.
Joe Dumar's Fieldhouse.
Yeah,
when I was a kid, that's how I used to do directions. I was like, "Is it by Joe Dumar's Fieldhouse?" Okay, it's on
no,
East
it's
Side.
even further.
Just 8 miles north of where that was. Yeah.
Even further.
I was like, by the Michigan Lottery Amphitheater.
So the golf outing number 1.
That's Monday.
2, next weekend, first ever para dance. Those are impaired individuals. When you see wheelchair dance, first competition ever in North America will be held here in Dearborn. You have 23 countries, about 50 competitive teams, and Athletes Unlimited, people that put their money up for Athletes Unlimited, we're sponsoring it.
Where does someone go to put their money up? Real quick, say where somebody can go and donate.
Go to athletesunlimited.com.
There it is.
And there's a donation button. And if you want to see Braylon play golf, show up Monday. And we have, I think, 2 foursomes open right now.
2 foursomes open? and it will be a great tournament. I can't wait to be there in person. It's 4 o'clock.
And weather looks good.
You said what?
The weather looks good.
It does. It's been real weird lately. I did Jalen's on Monday, and it was delayed for a while. It was rainy that one. I did the Tigers out, and it rained in the morning, and I just been getting crushed with rain. It's 4 o'clock. That means the show is over. Anson, I appreciate you.
I wanted to ask about Jalen's golf game, too.
Well, guess what?
But I got
we have tomorrow.
There we go.
There we go. I'll see you tomorrow. KG, appreciate you, as well as James, holding it down for Peace Buyback. Tom Masway off the camera right now. We appreciate you, and Dr. Pierce every Thursday, our injury insider with Dr. Pierce, Michigan Sports and Spine. We appreciate you for tuning in to Ermanni Networks with Maz. See you tomorrow.